everybody, welcome. I'm Chef Rob. Today we're going to make some spring lemon brownies with a lemon glaze on top. First thing we want to do, preheat that oven to 350 and we're going to get some softened butter. 1 stick softened butter. Took this out about an hour ago. Should be able to go like that with it. Just unwrap it, put it into a large bowl. And then we are going to get some sugar. You want the white granulated sugar. So we're going to take 3/4 of a cup. So I have a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup. And we're going to beat this, but before we do that, we want the zest of 1/2 of a lemon. So just the zest of 1/2 of a lemon. Always make sure you wash the lemons. And then when you're using the microplane, always just kind of tap it down because it will get stuck behind here, and you can just kind of take your finger and rub it off of here. Don't want to leave any behind. If you really like that lemon flavor, go to 3/4 of the lemon. This is about a medium to a large lemon that I am using. And then we're going to turn on our electric mixer. I want to get all this in there though. So back of your finger, and put this right in. Just have your electric mixer all handy, ready to go. We're just going to turn this on. We just gonna want to beat this until it's light and fluffy. And then we're going to put in 2 room temperature eggs. And we're going to put them in at 1 at a time. And we'll just keep mixing after each addition of each egg. These will take about 20 to 25 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. You will love these at really any time of the year, but I think spring for the lemon is just perfect. Okay, let's start putting in 1 egg. You want to get that all incorporated, then we'll add the other one. These are large eggs. And then we're going to add the juice, about 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice to this. I'm going to turn this up a little higher. Turn that off. And now about a tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. If you have a juicer, these work really, really well. And just squeeze in about a tablespoon. And then just turn that back on. Okay, now we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of flour. So I have my 1/2 cup. I'm going to add that right in here. And then my 1/4 cup, so 3/4 total. And then some baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Just make sure it's nice and level. That right in here, and let's just mix this just until it gets incorporated, and that's it. Then we're just going to leave it to the side. Oh, I can really smell that lemon. It smells great. Always scrape the sides of the bowls, bring everything down. A lot of times with my recipes I always say you could do this, you could change this. This recipe, I wouldn't do anything different to, because I just want to get that nice burst of lemon. Okay, let's just get these beaters clean into the sides. And now we just want to take like an 8 by 8 pan or casserole type dish. brownie pan, anything like that. Just give it a quick spray and then get all of these good ingredients right in here. Make sure it's spread out nice and evenly. And again, it will take about 20 to 25 minutes. We do have to let it cool for about 10 to 15 minutes. While this is in the oven, we'll make our glaze. So just spread this all into the corners really good. Put it towards a lower rack. Okay, perfect. You want them to be nice and even so that way it cooks nice and evenly. So we'll put this in a 350 oven. So our lemon brownies came out. They came out about 10 minutes ago. They are just about cool. So we're going to let this to the side. We'll make our lemon glaze and then we will cut the brownies and put the glaze right on top. I'm going to slide these right over here. We want to put in 3/4 of a cup of the powdered sugar. And then we're going to juice and zest some lemon. And that is all you have to put in here. So for the juice, we want about 1.5 tablespoons of juice. And we're just going to whisk it till it becomes a nice glaze. Don't put too much in too quickly because then you may have to add more powdered sugar to it. So kind of just squeeze it slowly until it forms a nice glaze. If you have one of these juices, it really helps. It's really good. But not necessary. You got your hands, you could always squeeze them that way too. So I think just a touch more and you can just hit it right out of here. And yes, still a little bit more. Like I said, you just don't want to put too much in there because then you got to add more sugar to it. And this is plenty glaze because it is sweet enough. There it goes. And we're going to add a little bit of zest to this as well. So we want the zest of 1/2 of a lemon. And let's just put this right in here. Make sure before you put the glaze on it is nice and cool. You can store all the leftovers in a sealed container for about 3 days and you could freeze these for, believe it or not, up to about 3 months. Just wrap them really well. And this makes a nice sized batch. Depending on how big you want to cut your brownies, you can get from 12 to 16 brownies out of this. Okay, see how it gets on the back there? Make sure you always take that off. Just drop it in. Just like that. And I'm just going to put a dot more of juice just because I want it to be just a little bit looser. Again, just a little bit. There we go. So you really want the texture to kind of be like this. How it kind of will just kind of glaze right over the brownies. So we're going to start cutting our brownies. So if you are serving this with other desserts, I would say make them small. And if this is just the one dessert you have, make them a little bit larger. And it has a brownie texture, that's why I call them lemon brownies. You can see how it's nice and flaky right on top, just like that. So we're going to cut all of these and drizzle the lemon glaze on top. Okay, so these are ready to be served. I hope you will enjoy these. Look at that nice glaze on here. They're so refreshing. Some strawberries, some blackberries, raspberries in between there, blueberries. You will love these. Everybody, thank you for always watching. Bye-bye.